Hello, you are welcome again to the channel. My name is Blessing Ejechi. I want to speak from my heart today. I didn't write any outline for this particular video I'm making. So permit me if my thought is not following a sequence. I want to share with you why men cheat. So if you are a man, I would like you to listen carefully so that you will know the subconscious reason that may not necessarily be obvious to you, the reason why you cheat. Probably you are thinking in that same way. I want to call back your attention to your thought, why you reason the way you reason. And also, if you are a woman that is watching this video, you should be able to know the reason also why your husband cheat or why men do cheat. When I was in school and I was writing my final project, I chose a topic that has to do with sexual integrity as it relates to pastors, pastoral ministry. As I was researching on that paper, I was beginning to write the traditional aspect, tradicultural viewpoint of sexual integrity. So that led me to go ahead to interview some traditionalists in my area. I went to the courtyard, like the palace of the oldest man in my place, because in my place here it is ruled by gerontocracy. In other words, the elderly man, traditionally the eldest of the whole person in that location will become the leader, though he may not necessarily lead by him being at the forefront. Everybody recognize him as he is a leader, but he has other people that does things for him. So I went and I met some chiefs and I began to interview them. Some of the things that they actually told me were things that I never knew before, and I discovered the reason why men cheat. I'm speaking from African perspective. So if you are an Asian person, you are an American, you are an European, you may not necessarily understand what I'm saying, but it will benefit you. So one of the striking things that they told me was, okay, I asked them what should be the punishment that should be given to a man that cheats on his wife. So one of the chiefs looked at me as if I don't know what I was saying. He asked me, what am I saying? I said, what punishment traditionally should be given to a man that cheats? The man said, man does not commit adultery. I said, how? But I've been seeing men commit adultery. He said, no, a man does not commit adultery. A man explore his potentials. That there is no law, there is no rule that is binding a man. There is no law that ties a man that he should not commit adultery. So because of that, they don't have it. A man does not commit adultery. It is only a woman that commits adultery. That if a woman leaves her husband's house to go to another man's house to sleep or to have sex with him, that woman has committed adultery. That the only time a man can commit adultery is when he goes ahead to sleep with another person's wife. That in as much as the person that this man is sleeping with does not belong to another person, which means the man is okay. That there is no punishment that is meted to a man that, or there is no law that forbids a man from meeting with another woman. But if it is a woman, she has committed adultery. And I also see that in the Bible where some people dragged that woman that was caught in the act. They dragged the woman, they left the man. The man was nowhere to be found. And they said, this woman has committed adultery. We caught her in the act. The question is, where is the man? The same thing in African culture. If a man sleep with a woman that is unmarried, the man did not commit adultery. If a man sleep with a widow that does not have a husband, the man has not committed adultery. If a man sleep with a woman that in one way or the other that has left her husband's house, it is assumed that that man has not done anything wrong. The man is helping the lady. So because of that, a man, an African man, thinks from that perspective, thinks that he is free in as much as he has not gone to sleep with another person's wife. So when a child is growing from this perspective, from this worldview, he knows from the beginning that he was born that he is free to meet with any woman of his choice, to sleep with any woman in as much as the woman is not married. And I also asked about the young ladies who are not yet married. The man also said, though if a lady is accorded virginity, in other words, if a lady was found to be a virgin before she got married, that her husband will respect her. But there is no law also that is tying down a young lady that is not yet married from also having sex with another person. So African tradition does not pay much attention to sexual integrity. It's so the only thing is that they see a young lady that is not married that is beginning to have sex as promiscuous. So because of that, people may not necessarily recommend that girl for their children, and they will not agree that their children should marry such ladies. Why? Because they feel that she is sexually promiscuous. There is no punishment. But when a married woman goes ahead to sleep with a man when she is married, she has committed abomination. She has committed a very strong abomination, and most cases it is very hard. Most men does not accept that kind of woman again. I have seen several of them that went to commit adultery. Men find it difficult. Even Christian men may find it difficult to accept or to forgive such a woman. So if you are a woman that is watching this video, if your husband commit adultery, you forgive. But let me tell you that it's very hard for your husband to do so. If somebody asks me if my wife does that, personally, I don't know. God knows, but I don't pray that I should be in that predicament. So, the world, and secondly, when you look at the Bible, when you check the Bible, you see that there is no place that the Bible actually spoke specifically to men that they should not marry more than one wife. There is no passage in the Bible that forbid men from marrying more than one wife. I have told my wife this particular thing several times, but sometimes she tells me, don't say that again. When we were in school, one of my classmates, we were just discussing, and he brought this question to one of my lecturer, that where in the Bible does God say a man should not marry more than one wife? There's no place in the Bible. What the Bible actually forbids is adultery. But for more than one wife, when you look at the Old Testament, you see the person of Solomon, you see Abraham, you will see Isaac, you will see many people, many of them, they married more than one wife. When you come to the New Testament, the people that were forbidden from marrying more than one wife were the uh, pastors and deacons, probably church workers, that will show an exemplary Christian life to other people. Apart from these people, there is no other place that I can lay my hands on that talked about men should not have more than one wife. So because of that, an African man, a man thinks that this is the reason why he was born, is to replicate, is to multiply. And when you also look at the way God made man, mind you, I am not suggesting that people should go ahead to commit adultery or to cheat. You know that. I am just bringing my thoughts to you so that we can interact from this video. I was talking about the way God made man. When you see the way God made man, man was created in such a way that a man can impregnate at least 10 women a day. It is possible for one man to impregnate 10 women a day. And a month or a week, a man can impregnate 100 women. And it's possible for a man to impregnate 1,000 women in a year. It is possible. So if a man can impregnate 1,000 women in a year, all through his life, let's say a period of 30 years, a man can give birth to at least nothing less than 50,000 children. One man can give birth to 50,000 children all through his life. But it's not possible for one woman to give birth to 100 children. It is not possible. So I see that God positioned men in this world in such a way to multiply, to replicate, to actually actualize, to fill the earth. That reminds me, we were called one day to be involved in one program that was sponsored by Bill and Melinda Gates about family planning. So we were called to be the kind of advocates, to be advocates in our own areas, to begin to advocate for family planning, because they feel that Nigerians need to begin to do family planning and plan their family so that they can give less birth to children. They can reduce their rate of giving birth. In that meeting, we have some reverend fathers, some priests, from many denominations, both the Pentecostal, the OAIC, and other positions. There were some people, especially reverend fathers, that actually refused, that they were not going to be advocates of that. Why did they refuse? They said the reason why God made man is to multiply. So when you begin to use artificial means to tamper with the will of God for a person, that it becomes a sin. There is a church that the person kept emphasizing. He said the man warned his members never to use family planning. Now, family planning can only work for a woman. You may yes, because if a woman decides to give birth to all the children that she is capable of giving birth to, that woman may eventually die during childbirth. If a woman decides to give birth to all the children that she has the potential to give birth to, she may die during childbirth. And if a woman does not use contraceptive, the woman may die during childbirth. But a man, on the other hand, does not have any. If a man decides to ejaculate every day, it does not bring any trouble for him, it does not bring any harm for him, only that it begins to reduce his lifespan. Uh, so these and other reasons that men used to see and believe that a man is not supposed to stick to only one woman. When you ask some men, they will tell you that a man is not supposed to eat only one kind of meal. So some of them regard their wives as meal. If a man begin to eat, for instance, you eat only one kind of soup or one kind of fruit all the days of your life, that there is need for variety. That is the way a man thinks. So when a man see a woman that has a big breast, he believes that this one is different from the one he married. He want to try it. So sometimes you begin to ask yourself, what is it that this woman have that this man's wife does not have? A man see every woman as different, even if they are look alike, even if they are identical twins, they see them differently from other angles. Men are also motivated by what they see. Once they see the nakedness of a woman, especially now that women are beginning to open their breast, they want to go. They want to see what is there. They want to actually explore. Men are very good in pursuing, but women are not so. I want to conclude that the reason why men try to cheat or are not satisfied with one woman is because of the way God made man. Because of the way God made man. That is it. But as a Christian, there is always a place for self-control. Even with all these things I have said, if you want to please God, God expects you to live with one man and one woman. God expects you to be with one woman all your life. And when you do that, you see that the plan of God concerning your life will actually come to pass. You cannot say, I was born to multiply, and at the end of the day, you begin to put your wife in danger, begin to become irresponsible. Because if a man decides to give birth to 100 children, how will you be able to take care of them? Financially, socially, morally, you will not be able to take it. Even spiritually, you will not be able to take care of them, because you must be present in the lives of your children. So there is place for accountability, because every child that you bring into this world, there is always a place of accountability. God is going to ask you, how did you take care of the child I actually gave to you on your journey on earth? How did you give? How did you do it? And I pray the Lord will bless you as you watch this video. Please, my thought as a person, as a pastor, my conclusion is that the intention of God from beginning is one man, one woman. And that is the ideal way that God has actually created man to be. God bless you. Please, if you are new to this channel, I would like you to subscribe and click the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will be notified. God bless you.